What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to 30 Minutes to Unwind. I'm Corey. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're at, I'm glad you decided to stop by. Now, that much anticipated snow that they've been talking about has finally arrived. And now it's turned into Snow Creek. Yeah, that's a new word being used to describe the snow and the ice. Now, of course, took the snowplows about 5, 6 days to almost clear the neighborhood. I mean, they came around dropping sand and dirt and doing things like that. I mean, it's been no school for a week, working from home. So I'm happy. I mean, I'm not complaining. I mean, we get this type of weather and snow every couple of years. So I mean, I can deal with it. It's not like I live in Michigan. No need to invest in any snow blowers or things like that. Just a couple of shovels and some snow salt. I mean, you'll be good. But anyway, all right, let me ask you a question. Have you ever noticed how you can leave work, but work never really leaves you? You get home, try to relax, but your mind is still at the office, thinking about emails you didn't send, phone calls you didn't return, or projects you're working on. What do I need to do to get ahead? What does my tomorrow look like? Did I finish that mandatory training? I mean, that's not being busy. That's the mental hustle. And now this also applies to students. So the mental hustle, it's a mindset of relentless, high intensity focus on professional goals, prioritizing productivity over your rest, over your well-being, and over your personal life. Sounds kind of crazy, right? A lot of people deal with it. All right. The mental hustle can be characterized by that rise and grind mentality, where nonstop busyness is viewed as a badge of honor. You had that drive to get ahead with no days off, long hours. Now, some people may view this type of mindset as ambition, discipline, and drive. I mean, you're constantly thinking about, I should be further now. I can't waste time. I need to be doing more. If I slow down, I'll fall behind. Maybe other people are ahead of me. I mean, you're not working on any goals. You're mentally chasing a goal all day. And a lot of people deal with this. I used to, but I kind of slowed down, got a little wiser. Activity like this creates burnout. Burnout doesn't come from working too much, it comes from never mentally stopping. Remember, I said this applies to students also? But for students, it doesn't look like work stress. It looks like school expectations and planning for their future. All right, do I have a test coming up? I need to study more. Man, I can't fall behind. And then the big question that all students get, they get asked by their counselors, parents, coaches, pastors, everybody. What are you going to do after graduation? Now they're trying to figure it out. Am I going to college? I don't know. Joining the military? I might. Am I just going to find a job? I might not do anything. So when you look at students, just remember, they're not just doing assignments, they're mentally carrying school with them all day. Walking to class, thinking about homework, eating, and thinking about grades, trying to relax and thinking about, should I be studying? Should I be doing more? That's the mental hustle. And all this can be credited to the hustle culture. The hustle culture teaches us to stay hungry, outwork everybody, and sleep when you're successful. Man, it looks good on social media when you see the celebrities, but you don't see what's going on behind the scenes. So I mean it sounds motivating, but what it really does is normalizes never turning your brain off. You're not just working hard anymore. You're thinking hard all the time. You can sit down and still be exhausted. You can sleep and still wake up tired. You even watch TV and still feel drained. Why? All right, I'm going to tell you why. Because your brain never got a recovery window. You're constantly from one thought to the next. The hustle culture rewards constant output, but your mind requires constant recovery. And nobody teaches us that part. That part is skipped off. That's the small print that we're not reading about. I mean, the hustle culture is good for starting a career, but it's terrible for sustaining life. I mean, your professional goals require effort, of course. but they don't require 24 mental occupancy. You can be ambitious without being mentally consumed. Now, I'm not telling you to be less productive or be average. By all means, chase your goals and your dreams, work hard, put in the extra work, the extra hours, do what you need to. But just remember, this is where unwinding comes in. So, unwinding, it's not entertainment, it's not being lazy, it's not wasting time. It's the intentional decision to say, okay, for this next 30 minutes, my mind is off duty, closed, shut down. I ain't doing nothing. No problem solving, no planning, no thinking about tomorrow, just mental stillness, just relax mode, cruise control. Because most of us, we aren't burnt out from what we're doing. We're burnt out from what we're thinking about. And that's the only way to stop mental hustle is to give your mind permission to stop hustling. Slow down for a minute. Take a break. Take 30 minutes, 20 minutes. Do whatever you need to do. So, have you ever sat down to relax and you feel guilty about it? I used to, not anymore. I don't even care. If I'm tired, I need to relax, stop working, I'm gonna do it. But a lot of people, they don't have that ability to do it. Feel guilty about okay, should I be doing something? Should I be planning events, answering emails, or still just trying to get ahead? That feeling you have is called toxic productivity. It's the voice in your head that says, if I'm not being productive, I'm wasting time. So, and that's kind of etched in our minds from probably from when you're like a small kid. You ain't doing nothing, you ain't being productive, you wasting time. You always could be doing something. So we just got to shift our focus so our mind can last a little bit longer. So when you're thinking like this, now rest doesn't feel like rest anymore. It feels like you're falling behind. You can be relaxing and your brain is still running a to-do list. Even if you're watching TV, you can be thinking about what should I be doing? You can lay down and go to sleep. Your mind is planning tomorrow. That's mental hustle fueled by toxic productivity. Now here's a trap. You tell yourself, okay, I'll relax after I finish. When I get done with everything, I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna take a break. You already know everything never finishes. You always got something to do. You end one project, you're moving on to the next. So you never really get to relax. And after a while, you don't even know how to relax. You just feel tired, irritated, and mentally drained for no apparent reason because your brain has been on for way too long. Everything else gets to charge up. Your cell phone, I bet you recharge that thing. Your car battery, everything needs to be charged every now and then. So why not let your brain recharge, reset? And here's the truth that people don't say. Nobody's gonna say this. You don't earn rest. You require rest. Rest isn't a reward. It's maintenance for your mind. Toxic productivity convinces you that slowing down is failure. When slowing down is how you keep yourself from burning out. And this is where unwinding matters. Because for 30 minutes, you're not trying to accomplish anything. You're not trying to improve anything. You're not checking anything off your to-do list. You're letting your mind be off duty. And that's not laziness. That's self-preservation. And that's uncomfortable at first because you're not used to it. You're used to measuring your worth by what you accomplish. Self-preservation breaks that pattern. It teaches your brain, I'm allowed to exist without producing. And when you do that constantly, something changes. You think more clearly. You stop snapping at small things. You get your patience back. You get your full creativity back. Not because you did more, but because you finally let your mind recover. That's what unwinding really is. Like I said, it's not entertainment. It's maintenance for your brain that has been in go mode all day. And if toxic productivity is the problem, all right, self-preservation is the solution. I'll vote for self-preservation. But you have to set boundaries. So self-preservation requires boundaries. Those boundaries could be anything like, all right, put your phone on do not disturb mode. That might be hard for some of us. I mean, I was even looking at my phone just right now because it's ringing. You got to close that laptop, stop checking emails after a certain time, whatever, I don't know, 9 o'clock. That's still kind of late. Just stop checking emails when you leave the office. You got that work phone or that work laptop. When you get home, you're not on the clock. Turn it off. Don't even look at it. Wait till you get to work. I mean, you're not blocking people out. You're protecting your mind from constant access. Like I said, everybody has laptops, work phones, couple cell phones. They all is ways how people can get a hold of you. Constant access. You just got to cut that off somehow, some way you got to cut it off. And after a while, they'll get the picture. They'll understand that, hey, they ain't cutting me off. It's just letting itself recover for a little bit. And it may take some time for you to become used to this because a lot of us are trained to be available. I mean, you're available to work, you're available to receive notifications, and you're available for everyone's needs. But nobody teaches us to be available for ourselves. Unwinding only works if boundaries exist. Because if your phone is buzzing, if your mind is half at work, if you're still on the call for the world, your brain never believes it's safe to relax. Boundaries tell your mind you're off duty. For real, you're off duty this time. And that's when the mental hustle finally goes off, finally gets quiet. So you have the mental hustle culture, toxic productivity, and the lack of boundaries. They all lead to the same place. A mind that never gets to clock out. And when your mind never clocks out, burnout shows up quietly. It'll sneak up on you. Not because you're weak, not because you can't handle pressure, because you were never taught how to stop working, just constantly in go mode all the time. And that's where self-preservation comes in. That's where boundaries come in. That's where unwinding becomes necessary, not optional. It's a new mindset. All right. A few questions to leave you with. When was the last time your mind felt completely off duty? Man, for me, I don't even know. Probably I don't know. Probably when I retired from the military. Yep. I would say. So yeah. It's been a while. 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, That's yeah, 10 years for me. I'll go with that. I'll go with that. All right. Another question. Do you feel guilty when you're not being productive? I mean, some of y'all probably do. But like I said, not me. I have a whole totally different mindset right now. Maybe it's just taking me this long to wisen up, but you don't have to answer these questions out loud. Just be honest with yourself because awareness is the first step to turning the mental hustle down and giving your mind a break that it's been asking for. So just think about that when you turn me off. Just think about those two questions. All right, let me switch it up for a second before I let you go. My number 3 ranked Wolverines just had an impressive win on the road against Sparty Friday night, 83-71. Next up is Penn State. And I think we got about 9 to 10 games left after that. Then we get into the Big Ten tournament and then March Madness. And hopefully we can get a banner. All right. If this episode brought you some value or made you think, do me a favor, follow the show, leave a review, and share with someone. Tell a friend to tell a friend. For show details, follow me on X at Control Room _media. That's Charlie, November, Tango, Romeo, Lima, Room _media. You can catch new episodes every Tuesday on Spotify and Apple Podcasts by searching 30 Minutes to Unwind. Thanks for being here. Stay safe. I appreciate you. And I'll see you soon. All right, I'm out.